EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
On first down, Kaepernick eluding the pressure right. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there on the first play of the game. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. The running there is Cook, but no lane to be found as they'll stop him behind the line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
21. Hey, keep it up,
Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. Here's a screen to Powell.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Normally, you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Rosas' kick is good. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on, baby. Let's go. Ready? Mike 284. Mike 54. Gun. Hey.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback land on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get into the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
Strip that ball. 26.
Third and long. It's Ryan. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Kaepernick to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Kaepernick will try again on 2nd down. Kaepernick hit, fumble. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Let's get off the field.
Third down, it's Adrian Peterson. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from... Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Hey, tight.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This is caught by Antonio Brown, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Go.
Now Ryan. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Terrell Suggs, one of the best in the business at finding the QB, gets home there. 10-7 our score after one, right here on EA Sports.
Mike 25. Right there, 56. I got wide.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Ryan going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Kaepernick wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He's got his man. It's Williams. And he will have a Steelers first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he'll get this up to about the 40.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. He's got Jack Doyle. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Check 80. Mike 21. I'm coming.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Here's Ryan. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Ryan on 1st down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's first and goal. They go jet sweep here with Williams. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it third and goal. Ryan. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Kaepernick. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Everson Griffin picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Here we go. Whip. Watch the whip.
On third down, it's Peterson. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
Ready, Blue 80. Select 25. Gun. You better bring it. Ready,
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's going to have a first down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Let's go. Hey, we got tight left. Odd. 3 down. Odd.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Let's go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he powers his way up past the 30.
All day.
Terrell Suggs in on the tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Jamal Adams, an all-pro for the first time a season ago, had a fumble return for a touchdown and a pick-6 last year. And he delivers another pick-6 right here. Rosas good with the extra point. And that makes it a 17-10 score. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a run with Moss. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Ryan. He'll drop this underneath the Moss. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, it's Moss. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The ball resting on their own 5 here as they come up to the line on 2nd and long. Back near his goal line. Here's Kaepernick. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the rookie from Florida, C.J. Henderson. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Hey, 91.
Now Kaepernick to try again here after the pick 6. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Chris Godwin, 78 yards. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
26, Mike. 26.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Ready? 26, Mike. Hustle. All day,
Morgan looks to throw it. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll get 34 yards there.
Cowboy 80. I got him. Double tight. We got
Throwing now is Morgan. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as